All right. I think it's going to be live. Okay. Just one, please.
Sorry.
Okay. I think my net connection is very clear, and I can hear you. Everything's okay. So, good evening, everyone. It's a great honor and pleasure to welcome you all to Global Leaders Talk, a platform where leaders from different parts of the world and comes together to share insights, experience, and perspectives that influences and direction of our global communities and also our youth society. Yeah. So today's podcast theme is very simple: global perspective, and they're reminding us that diversity is one of the greatest strengths of global leadership. And this is inspiration session is proudly presented by Tusar Associate, an organizations committed to developing leadership, communication, and professional growth. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tusar Hasan Hridoy, a soft skill leadership trainer from Bangladesh, and I'm truly confident that honored to be here, host for today's in these global conversations. So welcome these sessions, everybody, for listening us for different countries and different sites. And I'm very confident that the insights shared by our guest will inspire all of us. So now back to the point. Guest introductions today. We are privileged to welcoming three outstanding speakers who are making an impactful work in leadership, communication, and personal development across the world. So first, we are honored to our special guest, but he was not connected right now, any later. So we are going to our another speaker and trainer. He's joining with us from Philippines. We have the honor and incredible Liakango Claire, a youth leader and public speaker who is well known for empowering audience through powerful and communication and meaningful insights. So please welcome Claire for the sessions. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And we are also delighted to welcoming our honorable guest, Geeta Ramchandra, a respected leadership coach and trainer from India. Please welcome this session. Thank you so much. And we are very respected our honorable guests and speakers. We are warmly welcome all our distinguished guests and joining these global conversations. Ladies and gentlemen, stay connected with us. We are going to the next point and different question, different answer for global leaders, global perspectives. So we have a too much question and we have too much answered. So if you have any question or if you know any more information, feel free to text on comment sections. You can text on. Thank you so much. And today's the changing world leadership is not limited by borders. It's too shaped by collaboration. Yes, sharing, learning, and courage address challenging together. And so, without further delay, let us begin our conversation on global perspective and learn from the remarkable insights of our speakers. So now we are welcoming our honorable special guest, Mr. Miss Claire from Philippines. Please welcome this session and please introduce yourself. Then we can go to question answer.
Yes, thank you. Hello once again. My name is Claire from the Philippines, Claire Sakpa from the Philippines, and I'm honored to be here tonight. Yeah, so thank you.
Thank you so much, Claire. I have so much question from audience and different perspectives. So you know that the rapidly change the world, yeah, and how change the meaning of leadership evolve in your country? This is my first questions.
I'm sorry, can you say that once more?
Okay, so you know that rapidly change our world, yes, and how has the meaning of leadership evolved in your country?
Okay, so meaning of leadership evolved. Well, it's seen in different areas, you know.
Yeah,
Um, like in politics, leadership is more of power. Yeah, it's more of I'm speaking based on observations I have in my own country. Yeah, it's more fame, wealth, you know. In other aspects, like in philosophy or anything that's related to mental abilities, is more of the knowledge. You'd be a leader if you have much knowledge or wisdom that you have with you. So it would be different from whichever aspect or area we're talking about. But yeah, it's been really basically mainly it's more of position, very different from the leadership that we know that we're learning, especially from the leadership that John Maxwell is talking about. So that's one.
yeah. Thank you
And
so
it's
much.
just sad. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not I'm not really proud of what I observe that is happening or how people see leadership. Yeah, in my country. Yes. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you so much. We know that very well. When we can understand properly different culture, different opportunities, different activities, then we have too much opportunity comes to our doors. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for your good answer, and also in here watching different speaker and different countries people in this part. And we know that different culture, different activities, and different people, they can give us more information, yeah, and lot of lesson for our activities, yeah. So we know that different opportunity, different activities create a impactful work in the global industry, yeah. So in here another guest from Gita Chandraram. Please welcome this session and please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Geeta Ramchandran. I'm from India. I'm a success and leadership coach and also a life transformation strategist. So I train people on productivity, time management, and personal effectiveness. Um, but I also teach. In addition to that, I also teach senior IT professionals to become visible and be promotion ready, because that is one thing which people. That's a pain point for IT professionals. They don't get recognized fast, so I make them promotion ready. So that's my premium product. But generally, we're helping people to achieve their goals and become more productive, become more effective. That's one of my specialities.
Yeah, I have some questions, ma'am, especially for you. And you know that every leader faces the challenges. Yeah. And you can share a moment in your life when you almost give up in a choice, and but choice to move forward instant. Can you tell me something? Could you please?
Yeah, the thing is, in the beginning, when I started my professional journey, when I had my children, there were no fresh facilities where I was working. So it was very difficult for me to. Um, so what happened is that my husband also had gone abroad. So it started becoming very difficult, and so I left them with my children, with my parents in a small in Kerala, and I was working in Mumbai. And those days there was no flight facility. So what happened is, in fact, it became so difficult. I used to miss them so much, and I wanted to see them. So it became so difficult that I wanted to quit. I said, I can't work now. I was in the refinery, and you had to be on your toes all the time. So I went to my boss and told that I would like to put in my papers. That time he told me, "So these things will pass. If you can, we will allow you to take some leave and all that. You can manage." So I used to combine my some holidays along with weekends and rush, fly up to Bangalore, and then from there take a night bus and reach and just spend 2 days and come back. So that was the point which was very challenging for me as a woman and as an engineer in a demanding profession. But then I did not quit, and I continued and served for about 36 years. But that's not something on leadership. Now let me tell you about another situation which happened, a conflict in the setup. So it was like this, in the refinery we have gantries. I don't know whether you know or not. Gantries are places where the lorries and the railway wagons, they take our product outside. Now that has to be working 24 by 7. And I am in charge of a department which is serving the uh, software and the infrastructure, IT infrastructure. So the gantry runs 24 by 7, and products go out from there. It so happened that there was some bug in the software, and things started stopping. So our refinery was working 7:45 to 4:15. After that, the shift changes, and we had shift rota for the employees. But this gantry is 24 by 7. So when the software was not developed in the refinery, it was developed in our CO. So we informed, and they said that okay, they will change the software, test it, remove the bug, and then come and install it in the servers and which are placed in the refinery. There are about 15 kilometers distance is there between refinery and CO. So now I was waiting for that. I told one of my senior staff that he should wait because the software will come and you have to implement it on the servers. Now he said, see, after 4:15, I'm going home. Now, this was very difficult for me. I couldn't say anything because 4:15 he leaves, and if the person comes after 4:15, he's not going to be there. Now, this was a real challenge for me. I didn't know what to do. And then I couldn't even tell him. I told, okay, do one thing. You pass on all the credentials. And then I asked him to, he left. And then I asked one of his juniors to stay back. When the officer came with the software, bug free software, we could not do it as fast as if he had done it, but we implemented that, and things were working. So next morning he turned up, and then we left. Okay, we three of us, the junior officer, me, and the person who came from the head office, we finished it. Next morning when he came, he thought that things would not be okay. What he would thought that we would go home, and then but refinery would be at a standstill. No, things are not working. So I took the stand, and everything became all right. And that way we could prevent a calamity, and we could also show him that you can't bulldoze your bosses like that. If you had stayed back, it would have been good. But when he knew that he is not indispensable. From that day his attitude changed. Everything what was working, not working, he started doing it. So like this, I can say the challenges are there. How you handle that is important. You can either take a stand that the people are not ready to work and then go home and then wait for all. But I took a stand where I ensured that the company does not suffer and things work, and he also realizes that you cannot do this type of. So this is one of the challenges. There are many. We'll talk as we go along. We can discuss about it.
Yeah,
Does that
sure.
answer your question?
Sure, thank you so much. That was very interesting journey. I so enjoy this part for the sessions, and yeah, that's great because life is different colors sometimes. Yeah, so your life is some things as like this. So now back to the point, and we are going to our another again our guest Claire. So Claire, you know that different countries, different color, different people, different activities. Yeah. So my question is that what is the one piece of advice would you give to aspiring leaders who want to make a positive global impact? So would you please tell me something?
Yeah, okay. So, one piece of advice I would give to aspiring leaders who want to make a positive is that global impact, right? So,
Right.
it is to learn to listen deeply, yeah, before you try to lead. Learn to listen deeply before you try to lead. So, in a globalized world, leaders often work with people from different cultures, languages, and beliefs. Now, real impact does not begin with speaking, but with humble listening and sincere learning. When leaders take time to understand people's stories, people's values, their struggles, and they build trust and respect. Without that foundation, even a good idea may fail. So, as someone who has studied intercultural work and has spent time in different communities, I have seen that meaningful change happens when leaders enter communities as learners first. Learners, yeah, not as experts. Instead of assuming that we know what people need, we should ask questions, observe carefully, and value local wisdom. So, listening also helps leaders avoid imposing their own perspectives. It allows them to work with people rather than for people, empowering communities to become part of the solution. So, again, in a diverse world, leaders who make the greatest impact are those who listen, observe, and value local wisdom.
Okay, I think it's some internet issues from Claire.
Yeah.
So
Before
in
you
here,
try to lead.
our different audience, we can focus on the comment sections. If you have
Thank
a
you.
any question or any information, please keep going, Claire. Please keep going. Continue.
Oh no, internet access.
I think some net issues from Claire. So,
Yeah,
however,
she's lost connectivity.
yeah, back to the point. And in here, another guest, Gita Chandran. My next question is the very simple. And you know that the different global opportunity, different collaboration opportunity, but different people they have to know how to speak your ideas, your thought with in front of other people. Yeah, that was the lot of issues in our global side. Yeah. So my second question is there is very simple. Uh, how can leaders from different countries collaborate more effectively to solve global challenge? Because global challenge is very important for work together. Yeah. So please tell me something.
Okay. Global challenge, there are many, many types of challenges, right? Like, nuclear threat is there, war is there, famine is there, poverty is there, and global warming is there. There are many challenges. We cannot, every country has its own, every nation has its own protocols, processes, governance, and priorities. Even we have our priorities, but one thing which I feel is that global leaders, they can have a shared purpose, a shared, where we can think of having a platform where we mentor aspiring leaders. Okay. Now, we, those of us who have that lived experience, that expertise. We can always mentor the youngsters who are coming with fresh blood, fresh energy, enthusiastic, and who want to, and who probably don't know much about other cultures. So, as a global body where we can collaborate together to have a shared purpose, meet once in a way, discuss and decide what is it, one theme for each time, and make sure that together we um, empower our aspiring leaders, maybe mentor them, maybe have some sort of forum which is not very economically okay for everybody to attend. That is something which I was thinking we can probably do on a global level, because each country will have its own priorities and protocols and processes, and there are certain things which we cannot get involved. So learning is something, like Claire mentioned, learning is something which is very much required for any leader, any aspiring leader. You need to know, you need to be curious, you need to read a lot, you need to understand what is happening, gather information from other aspiring leaders on the culture, on what is happening all over, technological trends, energy trends, everything, and even human. With considering all that, um, we can always collaborate on a global platform, having a very, very shared purpose. Have I made myself understood?
Yeah,
Is it
absolutely.
something that is feasible for all of us together to do it?
Yes, definitely, because your already explanations is very deeply. So yeah, great one. Because sometimes we realize that maximum youth people, they have a too much idea, they have a too much activities, but they didn't explain how to explain their ideas, thoughts in front of others people. And I think this is the real crisis of the youth society around the world. Yeah, so that's great. And in here a lot of audience see us. So now we are going to our next point, and here Claire, please continue. Your some internet connection is was the very poor, that's why you didn't connect it with us. Yeah, so please continue.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know where I was disconnected. But yeah, as I was saying before, it's
Yeah,
more really basically just learning from the people you're serving, and listening. Yeah, listening before you act, before you lead. Yeah.
yeah, that's great. And we are very committed people, different side, but different activities, but we are not committed for learning. This is the real problem in our youth people or old people. Yeah, we are so much active, but we are not committed from learning with other people. Yes, and this is the so much lack of our youth people, not only youth society but also a lot of industrial people. Yeah, uh, for example, he is a founder of an agency. They didn't approach, they didn't explain their planning, their leadership system with their employees. When didn't understand their employees how to manage everything. Yeah. So this is the point of view. So my third question is that's very simple, Claire. So right now, different country, different people, we are watching us. They are watching us for. So, what is the one advice for core from your heart and your experience? Last advice for our audience. Claire, please.
Okay, so yeah, from my heart, from a different culture, yes, is we have this culture in my own community that I want to share. There is a lesson that can be learned, and this is special for me because this is unique to my own culture. I am from the Philippines, and in the Philippines, we have there are a lot of different cultures, and I am from the northern part. And we have what we call binadang. So my tribe, I am from the Igorot tribe, and um, this is what we are appreciated for. It's called binadang. If it's translated in English, it means community cooperation or mutual help. Yeah. So um, this is a practice of people coming together to help someone in need. So we are in an agricultural area. So it's either harvesting crops, preparing for a community event, or even building a house, or responding to a crisis. We come together and help without expecting payment. So this teaches that leadership is not about standing above all, but standing with them. So this is basically something I want to share. A leader is not someone who commands from a distance, but someone who joins the work, who carries the burden. You know, I have there's a verse that I like, which says, "Do not be weary in doing good." You know, let us not be tired in doing good. So this inspires others to serve together. So um, the if we think about global if we think globally, it's overwhelming. The issue around us is overwhelming. But when we do this together, when we face issues together, it would be lighter, it would be easier. So uh, it's not about succeeding alone, but succeeding together. So I think that is what
Yeah,
I can
that's
share.
all. Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you.
we know that who is the leader. Leader is knowing well, showing well, and going well together. This is the leadership is one of the part. And Maxwell leadership says that leadership is all about influence other people's, not others, not less. Yeah, so that's great. We when we understand the global perspective, definitely we have too much opportunity on the global industry. So yeah, that's all.
Mhm.
That all great. Thank you so much. And my last question is the from Geeta Chandran. We know that in here a lot of young people watching this video and watching this live. Yes. So, what is the one habit they should start today, and if they want to become strong leaders in the future, could you please tell me?
Ah, I will speak about two, right? So, first one I would say is that gratitude, you know,
Gratitude.
gratitude. One
Yeah.
thing that we all need to understand and make it a daily routine is to um, say your gratitude or write your gratitude, because we really don't know how lucky we are. Okay. And if you start your day by paying your respects, thanking universe, thanking your God Almighty, your parents, your family, your coaches, mentors, then that day will start very well for you. Every time that we have something uh, unfortunate happening in our life, we start blaming everything. But just turning it into a positive thing, understanding and giving your gratitude, you'll find that things start moving for you. So, as a leader or as a person, the first thing that they can do is on a regular basis thank your stars, thank God that you have been put in a position where you are able to influence other people to do whatever is required, right? And the second one, which I will support what Claire has said, is that habit of learning or reading. Be curious enough to learn as much as possible. There is no end to learning. And leaders are basically teachers, and teachers are basically those who are reading. So, learning is one important part, and for which you should try and at least devote half an hour daily to read either books or articles which will improve your mental capability and knowledge and whatever is happening in the world. Technology, you can choose your subject and spend at minimum half an hour and read. That will help you in the long run. So be a lifelong learner is something which I would like to tell any leader for that matter. Be a lifelong learner and have gratitude for wherever you are, whatever you are right now.
Yeah, it's a great because lifelong learner is a pleasure for heart for different part of the
Yes.
life. Yeah, and we know that life has no replay again. Yeah, so live life happily and with learning, then your life will be success. Yeah,
Yes.
so that
Yes.
sounds great. And as we come on the end of this inspiration sessions today, discussion has reminded us that leadership is truly global. Yes, and when leaders from different countries and share their experiences and ideas, we open doors to new responsibilities. Yeah,
Yes.
and new possibilities too must come on the door, and stronger collaboration and brighter future. But a lot of people, a lot of leaders, they didn't understand how to collaborate with other people. Yeah, because if you don't with collaborate other people, you didn't find any opportunity around the world. Yeah, so I would like to express my sincerely gratitude to our incredible speakers, Claire, Gitaram, Chandro, and sharing their valuable insights and inspiring perspective with us today. So thank you everybody who joined us and made this session is so much meaningful. And conversation like global leaders talk continue to inspire progress and global highlight to the power of diverse voice. Yeah. So shaping our future, work together. And once again, these sessions and these events was proudly presented by Tushar Hasan. I'm Tusar Hasan Hridoy, your host for today's. And stay inspired, keeping learning, and keep leading. Thank you everybody for listening me. You have been a great audience every ever. So thank you so much everybody for listening me, for joining this part, different country, different part on these global sessions. And in here some questions, some things say that uh, when global leaders share ideas together, the world move forwards. Is it right or wrong, Claire?
It's right. 100%. Yes, thank you. It's collective leadership. Yeah.
Yeah. And another say different feedbacks from our audience. Fardin Islam Fuad, he said great on joy. And against our support member, meaningful dialogue between leaders really enjoying. And in here different audience for different countries. So that all, thank you so much everybody for listening me and joining this part and creating meaningful sessions. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Claire, for give your valuable time. See you soon the next time for next global session. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you also for having me.
Dear
Good
audience,
night.
see you soon the next time on the global stage.
Hello. Very sorry. I got some connectivity issue.
Okay, no issues, Gita Samra. Already we are finishing this our event. We are talking the next time for next global opportunity. Thank you so much for your valuable time in these sessions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.